Welcome to the Knitting Den, everyone. This is episode number 134. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, and it's a little later than normal. I think it's after 11 a.m. Kristen had a friend, one of her friends, stay over last night, so I just took her home. And I quickly made some notes, and I wanted to get sat down and start chatting with you guys. Did you see my new mug? Okay, before we get sidetracked, squirrel! My name is Denise, and I'm also known as Knitting Den on Ravelry and Instagram. I want to welcome everyone back. Hi, friends. And now I'm watching a teeny tiny fly. And, oops, hold on. As you can tell, I'm on the porch. I think I should rename this the knitting porch for a little while. Where'd you go, Bindi? Don't know where she's decided to settle. So yes, I'm on the porch. I have taken a little video that I'm going to show in a minute, and let's just get the hair sorted first, shall we? So yeah, let's start off, as I said, squirrel. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to welcome everyone back. Thanks for sitting down with me. It's one of my favourite mornings of the week, as you all well know, and I hope, if you're not watching this Tuesday morning, whenever you are watching this, I hope it's one of your favourite times, sitting down here and chatting with me. I want to welcome everyone, not everyone, but welcome to new viewers. If you are watching for the first time and joining us for the first time, I really appreciate you sitting down and letting me chat to you. And I want to say a special welcome to Valerie, who is in Kentucky, and she is MVA 5493 on Ravelry. So hi Valerie, thank you for your introduction and thanks for saying hi to me in the Ravelry group. And also to no name, but that is Proud Mom, and I want to say Kay, K-A-E. So you're either called Kay, but your profile doesn't say what your first name is, or sometimes you could be the proud mom of Kay, I'm not sure. But if it's Kay, hi Kay, and thank you for your introduction. And just like me, you know, you're watching podcasts because you don't have any real friends, so to speak. That's why I got started recording, you know, over 2 years ago. But that is about to change, and if I remember, I will tell you about that in a little while. And I still don't know where she's gone, but Bindi wants to say hi to Charlie as well. And Charlie is your Australian Shepherd. I'm going to call you Kay. So, hi Kay and Charlie. All right, if you have not joined the Ravelry group, I would love for you to do that. We have 834 members as of right now. Sometimes it gets less because it seems like for everyone that joins, one leaves, but that's okay. But I'm thinking, how awesome would it be if we got to 1,000 members by the end of the year? It's probably pushing it a bit, but if we hit, I've just decided this morning, if we hit 1,000 members, as are on December 31st, and it's still got to be 1,000 members by the 1st of January, the very next year, I'm going to have a very, very special giveaway. That's a huge milestone. Now, I know it might be, as I said, expecting a lot, but I know there's a lot of people out there that watch podcasts, so you could spread the word if you've got friends and they haven't watched. Or if you do watch this on a regular basis but you haven't joined the group, please do. You don't have to leave an introduction. I just want to give a special prize away, and I kind of wanted it to be for a special reason, I guess. So that is that with the Ravelry welcomes, and thank you if you have joined the Ravelry group this past week but you didn't leave an introduction. I want to say hi to you too, because I really do appreciate you doing that. Let's see. All right, that is that. I've written down the order of trying to stick to the same order every week, which comes first, like announcements, week in review, what's in the den, and all of that. So before I do move on, I always say it, I'll mention again, because I was jumping ahead of myself at the beginning there. I bought this for Kiki the other day. If you're wondering where I got it, it was just simply Walmart. It's a limited edition. They're going to probably take it off the shelves, obviously, after the fall. But if you want anything like autumnally, this is so cute. And they have small little plates with the fox, and it looks like his tail is all curled right round. So I might actually go back and look at those as well. And I am eating, look at the size of this, chunky Kit Kat. And it's delicious, and I don't really want to take another bite just yet because I don't want my mouth full as I'm chatting to you. But that was from the lovely Michelle, and I'm going to go into some more stuff that she sent me and recently in the show and tell. So let's do, no, before we do announcements, as I mentioned, I did take a little wander up the driveway for those that asked, and I also took a little walk across the street and went up the hill a little, which is where I head for the school bus stop. And I'm going to insert that now, and if you are interested in looking around again, or if you haven't seen it, if you didn't watch last week, and you want to just, you know, have a look at the views around here, then keep watching. If you're not interested in that, you could just fast forward, might be a couple of minutes or so. So have a look, and I'll have another bite of Kit Kat. Hi guys, here we are at the top of the drive, and I have been asked if I would do another little stroll around before we get started this morning. And of course there's have to be a car coming by, but I thought I would start here and see if you can see any difference if I pan around in the colours. I can see it, but I don't know what it's going to be like for you on screen. So I am already zoomed in, and it doesn't look very orange from here, but I'm going to zoom out and turn you around and give you a full 360. Try not to go too fast. And then I'm going to zoom in on the mountains again. Because as you can see, we got lots of snow on the top high mountains. We've had a couple of mornings with frosty rooftops this week, so it's obviously been snowing up there. What I thought I would do is have a quick little walk up where I mentioned last week is the school bus stop, and then I can turn around and show you the view that I have when I stand up there in the morning. There's probably going to be a lot of editing and cut out the wobbly bits, but I'm going to cross the street. And I'm not going to turn around until I get a little bit further up the hill. So I wish I had something to rest the camera on so that it was a bit more smoother when I walk. Because it always looks like I'm wobbling or waddling. I will turn around and see, so you can see the house from across the street. That's my house. And I'm not going to go all the way up to where the bus stop is. Kind of go halfway and then turn around. I don't know what cars are going to think of me walking up here with a camera on my tripod. Okay, I kind of stopped the camera there, and I've set the tripod down so it's very still, and it'll be easier to just pan around. You know, there's really not that many cars go by except for when I have the camera on. So I'm going to pan around because if I was just to walk a little bit further up where the bus stop is, this is what I kind of see when I'm walking back down to the house. So there is, oops, I've kicked the camera. There is a better view of the Rocky Mountains with the snow on it, and there's some over there too. And there, right in the middle at the top, is what we call the Sleeping Indian, which are a group of mountains, and they call it a Sleeping Indian because it looks like an Indian chief lying down. His head's to the left with a big Indian headpiece on, and his feet are to the right. So I'm not sure if you can tell. Here we are on the porch, and before we do get started, puppies have come out. I thought I would just take you quickly around the corner, which is always in sunshine, and you might be able to see it. Oops, sorry. Squeezing past the gate there. You can see a little bit more colour around here. The other day, I took a picture and added it to Instagram, and it was of these trees that I can see outside of my dining room, and they looked very, very orange and yellow, and already they've kind of turned brown and look a little duller, I must admit. But you can see a lot of the fall colours still out here. And remember the tree, I think I mentioned the tree a couple of weeks ago outside of the backyard, and how it looked green and then it would turn probably red after a few weeks. It did. It is absolutely gorgeous. And what is nice about this time of year is the grass is still green. It's not dead yet, but the trees are beautiful and red. And I have another one just to the left there, you can see. And I just love it. It's just so beautiful. And if I zoom in again, that is the Sleeping Indian guy that we could see from up there on the driveway. Alright, so before I bore you too much, let's go get sat down, grab your cuppa, tea, coffee, hot cocoa or iced tea, and if you got one, grab your Kit Kat and we'll go sit down. Alright, now that we've had a little stroll and you've sat down and you've got your coffee or your tea and your Kit Kat or whatever other biscuit you might be chomping on, announcements. I'm going to start with the finished object prize for September, which I forgot to draw last week. And I haven't drawn it yet, and sometimes this takes a while. Let me tell you guys, I have hardly any knitting to show you, but I've got a ton to chat about. What's new? I know. But, so, sometimes I seem to be chatting so long that the camera dies, even though I charged it up the night before. It might happen again today, but we'll see. And I might stop and start and edit and cut bits out as well, especially, for instance, this part where I go to the group to find out how many entries we had in the September finished object thread. I didn't bring a bag with me to tell you that what you're going to win. There's the September. So apologies for that. I never know what it is if I'm not ahead of the game. And let's see. We have 144 entries for the September. Finished objects, I'm going to go into random number generator, and I'm going to take this cardigan off in a minute because I'm getting a bit hot. Alright, 2 to 144, 44. 2 to 144. And I'm going to hit generate. And the number is, oh, it's quite high, number 120. And so now I need to flick back to the group. And let's see, I need to go to page 5. And 120 is... you might know before me. A Texas yarn. And that is Alison. And, oh, I think I pressed the wrong button. She has got the most adorable little rhinoceros. How sweet. So Alison, contact me and let me know you've seen this, and I will send you out a bag in the next week or so. Excuse me. Okay, that is prize drawing out the way. Excuse me, but I do need to take this off. Bindi, what are you eating? Because I'm getting a bit hot. Let me just check and see what she's got. Alright, that was the giveaway, and up next this is the announcement section. So I'm going to say it, don't forget that we still are doing the monthly giveaway, and so October's thread is open for any finished object. Put it in there. If it's pink, you can double dip this month and you can put it in the Pinktober thread and the finished object thread. And if you win something in Pinktober and you win the October finished object, that's fine. Good, good on you. Congratulations, so to speak. But you're not going to be allowed to win 2 prizes in the Pinktober thread. I've got quite a few prizes. If you win once, then that's just 1 prize there. But I will, and it could be the same object. You could have put the same finished object in, but there's going to be 2 drawings at the end of October, and that's my rules, or those are my rules. And don't forget, we also have a giveaway going on from Ashley. She was starting a Kickstarter campaign. I talked about it last week. I did get the thread put up in the group. I did not put a picture in of the skein of yarn that Ashley's going to donate or send as a prize, but I will try to do that. And I've put the link to her Kickstarter webpage, so you can go over, if you haven't done so already, go check out her webpage. I think she's met her goal and she's off to a great start with her business. And I've already ordered, or however you see it, whatever it is, but I'm hoping I've ordered one of the kits with the bag and the yarn and the matching fibre. And I think they might be coming out in February. So it seems a long way off, but that's going to be a nice treat when it comes. It's kind of I'll think of it as a belated birthday gift to myself. Because I can't believe a year ago this weekend I was talking about my 50th birthday party. It's my birthday on Saturday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So yeah, I'll be 51. What happened to my 50th year? I blinked and it went. So that's going to be my little a gift to me, but it'll come after the New Year, after Christmas. And I might have even forgot that I'd ordered it, and it'll be a lovely big surprise. So don't forget, go over to that thread and you could win one of Ashley's skeins of yarn. Her colours are just fabulous. Alright, we're going to move into, and I'm going to have a sip of the coffee before it gets too cold. What's in the den? And I have literally just one knitting item to show you this week. And I have a haul. I have been trying to knit. My year-long knit-along is what's taking up a lot of my time with the knitting, and I don't have anything else to show but this item because I am trying to not work on other things other than what I need for my spoilie to get my to get my projects all put together to mail out in November for the year-long knit-along with the Little Lippy U group. So and I think it might have been August's project was for your feet. Now, and I've not tried to attempt a pair of socks because I'm too worried that they just won't fit my spoilie. So I decided I would try to knit something easy like slippers. I did start with the Sonoma. Is it Sonoma or Saloma? Sonoma slippers. I want to say Saloma or Sonoma. And I knit one with some of my hand spun, but I didn't like it. And I did show that a few weeks ago. I didn't like the feel of it, so I stopped. I'm not knitting another pair. Let's jump to what I did knit. And it's a slipper. It's a very simple, easy slipper, and it's got pom-pom on it. Okay. And it is Grandma's slipper from Ravelry, free pattern, yarn held double. I did bring my yarn, one of the skeins. I'm using Wool of the Andes, Knit Picks, and I didn't bring the ball band, so I can't remember what the colour is, but you can see it's lovely autumnally brown. So yeah, I have to be honest, I knit one already and it turned out huge. That's what you get when you don't check your gauge. It turned out big simply because I had knitted too long. My spoilie has a larger foot than me, so I figured a little bit longer than what I need. But then I blocked it and it grew probably twice, double the size. And so I didn't bring it with me, it was quite embarrassing. So I started again and I've knit it the way it says, you know, you knit it shorter than you think you need it. I mean, look at that, it looks tiny. But obviously there's so much stretch in this. And the pom-pom is not on properly yet, so I'm just trying to be careful. And I'm going to put it on my foot and see if I can show you how cozy and comfy this is. But I'm going to have to see if this works and drop it down. And I'll lift my foot up. Ta-da! There it is. Isn't that lovely? Oh, they're really comfy. I like them. I think I might have to, I can't show you it this way. I think I might have to knit some more pairs and knit myself a pair. Probably in pinky kind of wool. Now you could crochet around the top here, but I'm happy with how it's turned out, so I think I might just not mess with it. So that's my haul. And I'm really happy, finally, let me put this up again. I'm really happy with getting that off the needles. And I can literally, you can knit this in a day or an evening. It's knit flat, it's not in the round or anything, and you just seam the toe here and you seam the back here. So that is a haul. That is all I have. That was in the den with me this week. I am working on some other things, but they're kind of gifty knitting and I don't want to show them. So yes, that is literally all the knitting I've got to show this week. So the rest of this is going to be chatting, except I do have lots of fun stuff to show you in show and tell. Let me just check though to make sure I'm not missing anything. So obviously that would mean there's nothing left the den because it's not quite finished. I don't have a four, I just got the hoe, which would then bring me into, next in this section, in order, I'm doing this in order, I'm going to try and stick to the same order each week, it's easier for me. What's new to the queue? And I'm going to have to reposition this again, guys. Now, I was making notes this morning and I honestly literally just put this in my queue today, but I love it, and it's a little bit ambitious or adventurous of me to it's another big object and I don't know when I will attempt it, but I would love, I want to knit, after knitting the Forest Elf, I want to knit bigger items. I want to knit more sweaters and cardigans for myself. And I say sweaters and cardigans because a cardigan is not a sweater to me. A sweater is jumper. And there's a difference to me between a cardigan and a sweater. I know you guys, when you're saying over here in the US, if you're talking about a sweater knit along, you tend to think, well, you tend to class the cardigans as a sweater as well. But that's why I said sweater and cardigans. But I want to knit some cardigans. And what I put in the queue today was just that. It's a beautiful cardigan. And it is, let me get my glasses on. It's a DK, I think it's a DK weight. I'm trying to see, what was I going to tell you about? It's a paired pattern, and I saw it on Ravelry this morning. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I love that it's, when I read the description, it's top down, so it's seamless. And it mentioned something about a new way to pick up sleeves, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, don't stop looking at your head, Denise. But this is the back, because this is what I first saw as well. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I want to attempt something like that, and hopefully get the fit as nicely as I did my Forest Elf. That's the back. It's got beads on. And I love the colour. I think I would stick with something like that colour. And look at the front. How beautiful is that? And you know, I don't like the idea of picking up that band, but it would probably be worth it. And look at the pretty shawl pin. I would need to get a really nice shawl pin. The sleeves even have this pattern with the beads on. And I just look at the sleeves. That's top down. You don't even have to knit sleeves separately, I don't think. And I want to knit it. I want to really knit this. It's just fabulous. I think I want to knit this because this one is just knit so beautifully. Now, I will say it's the pattern is still in the test mode. It says it's in test mode, and it will be updated at the end of every week until the test knitting is over with. So right now, if you were to buy the pattern, it's €6, which is about $7.80. Is 20% off. Now I think that might be 20% off the €6. And once it's finished test knitting, you're going to be able. It's going to be the full price, $6. Oh, it even tells you where the shawl pin is by Everyday Peacocks. It's got a link, and I won't press on it right now. The pattern is actually called, if you want to check it out on Ravelry, I want to say Passionaria. It's only one S though, but I would pronounce it like Passion, La Passionaria. Probably totally wrong. No, it's yarn weight is fingering. I said DK because I saw DK somewhere, I swear I did. Anyway, it's by Raymar Hand Knits. Handworks, sorry. And so that's what's gone in my queue this week. And I already want to I already want to look for yarn for it, and because it's my birthday this weekend and hubby asked what I wanted, I did say I would like to look for a sweater's worth of yarn, and I think it might be for that, because you need over 1,000 yards, and could be a little pricey, so that might be my birthday gift. I'll see. Alright, next up would be Cal news, knit along news. And of course, I'm going to talk about, I'll try not to talk about it for too long, Pinktober. And I'm going to stop the video right now in case there's any mishaps with it, or, you know, delays. This past week, no, actually it was last Friday, I did a very small update in my Kikiboo Bags shop where I put some bags that were sewn. I'm watching Bindi. I used the Pink Bras, you know, breast cancer awareness-y kind of fabric. and I think I only had about 5 bags. Put them in the shop with the intention of sending 50% of the proceeds to Kathy and Wendy. Kathy is Cat B, I don't know the number, 913. She's from the Knit Nerd podcast, and I want to call her Knit Nerd, but she's Cat B something, 913? Kathy from the Knit Nerd podcast. We've been doing Pinktober for 2 years now. This is our 3rd one. And this year she is actually on a fundraising mission, and she's going to be running for the cure. She has a link in her Ravelry group, and I think I linked to it in my notes last week, where you can go over and donate to her fundraiser up until October 25th, which is when she's doing the race. I'm watching Bindi, I know she's chewing dry leaves or what. And so Kathy's doing that for Pinktober, and I wanted to support her. So Bindi, what are you doing? So I sewed some bags, and I put a few little seeded bupper pills in the shop as well. And I think the sales that day from the bags were something like $151. So instead of taking 50% of that and splitting it between Kathy and Wendy, I have donated $50 each to their to Kathy's fund, and $50 to Wendy to help medical bills. And as I mentioned last week, and I'm sure you've heard on other podcasts, Wendy, who was our sweet silly frou girl from the Sassy Pants Knitter, oh gosh, I should write all of these words down. Sassy Pants Knitters podcast, Wendy, is going through treatment for hairy cell leukemia. I wanted to send more money to her GoFundMe page. It's just to help with her bills and things like that, and just really to show support. I mean, there's hundreds and thousands of people that are suffering or going through cancer. It's a very scary thing, but Kathy and Wendy are just dear to my heart because they are knitting friends, and both are podcasters. But you don't have to be a podcaster. It's just any knitting friend that it just upsets you when you hear about, you know, that they're having difficulties like this with Wendy in mind. Kathy, she's dear to my heart. She did lose her sister to breast cancer, so this is a very emotional thing for her each year as well. Anyway, I've sent $50 each, but that is thanks to you guys who bought the bags. I can't thank you enough. Really, really do appreciate it. And Kathy is only 93% away from her $500 goal. So if you could spare $5 for a $5 minimum, why do the words keep getting stuck in my head, donation, Kathy's going to put you in a drawing for 8 skeins of Cascade 220, and you will receive her new pattern, a cowl pattern that we haven't seen yet. I think it's come January. She will be sending everyone that donated a minimum of the $5, she'll be sending them a copy of her new pattern as well. So if you can, you know, it's that month where it's always at the forefront of my mind, to think about not just others and not just donating, you know, for the cure, but to think about yourself and to think about self-examinations and think about a mammogram if you haven't been for your yearly one yet. Some insurances are now changing it to every 2 or 3 years if you don't have any history of breast cancer, which is my insurance is doing. So I'm getting a lot better at regularly checking the tartars, as they call them. So give your tartars some love today or this week. And guys, talking to you too, because men can get breast cancer as well. So love the tartars, and early detection saves lives. Now, I showed pictures of prizes last week, not on here. I have added them to the Pinktober thread, finished object thread. Go see them. I need to take more pictures I forgot to mention, and I'm sorry. Chris from Halsey Yarn has donated one of her bags. And if you want to check out her site on Etsy, I'll have links. She has bags in there right now. And we're also getting a $10 gift certificate from Wolf Farms. So thank you to Dawn and James. And I do have a giftable pattern being donated from one of our friends. So I'll be putting all the prizes together and showing you them as and when I do the drawing at the end of the month. See, I told you there was a lot to chat about and not much to show you. And so I think that is everything that I wrote down for Pinktober. I did mention last week some other knit-alongs, but I'll not go into them right now. I don't want to keep repeating the same things every week, so I'll just skip certain points. With that, we're going to jump into show and tell. I'm getting a little chilly again now. I think I need the cardigan back on. And that's simply because it's my hands. I'm sorry, I'm going to put this on. It's my hands that get chilly, so I'll cover my arms. That will help. Oh, that was my elbow cracking. Did you hear that? Okay. All right, let's see. I do want to sit and just chat to you like you always say I chat to you, as if we're just friends, sitting on the porch, chatting. Now, I have it with me in this box. I need to move stuff and put them to the side of me. And this is the bag. A couple of things for show and tell. There, I feel like that dropped now. Sorry. I'm trying to... I do this too many times. I know. I've got to be kind of perfect. I can't show you my digestive biscuits, chocolate digestives, because they're in my biscuit barrel and they're half gone. But Michelle and her daughter Emma went shopping. We've been swapping bags and yarn now and then, and along with some of the yarn that she sent me this week, she went shopping to World Market where we can get English stuff with Emma, and as well as the Kit Kat and the Jammy Dodgers biscuits, which there's only one of those left because Kristen and our friend have been eating some. I've got a couple of things, the English foods, and then I'm going to show you the gorgeous yarn. But Emma, mushy peas. You know what? This just says mushy original. Oh, it's right at the bottom. It didn't even tell you it's peas, but this is mushy peas. And it is where it says it is. It's peas and they're kind of mushy. It's kind of like you guys having corn in a can and you get creamed corn. This is mushed up green peas. That's all I'm going to say about them. That is one of the things that was in the box, and I might talk about them another time. And then there's also this, which I am going to talk about in Girly Chatter. And yeah, don't know what to tell you. This is a pudding, see, sponge pudding. And I'm going to talk about it. I just decided this morning it was a good thing to talk about. It's going to be fun in Girly Chatter. Now, I showed this to Kristen. I have to tell you this. And I showed her it. It's a dessert where I come from. It's a sponge pudding. We have it with custard. And I showed her this, and she stared at it in typical teenage fashion. She said, "Why?" And I said, "I don't know. That's just what we call it." And she said, "But why?" With a face like that. "But why?" So I thought it was hilarious to see her face. I don't know, what can I tell you? Your mom's from England. So, with all of that out the way, I am going to show you a couple of more things. Look, speaking of puddings, Michelle and I'm making sure this is recording because it already cut off once. Michelle and I are going to make our own Christmas pudding this year. To be honest, I can't remember. I don't think Michelle's made one before. This is the first time for both of us. I'm back. You didn't know I'd gone, but I was having issues with the phone. Memory was full. I keep forgetting to delete the previous week's videos. So, as I was saying, goodies, and Michelle and I are going to be making a Christmas pudding together, and she knit me a Christmas pudding. I'm going to look at it, it's teeny tiny. And she knit this with size zeros. Oh, goodness me. And I love it. So I want to say thank you personally. Thank you, Michelle. And I got to show you these gorgeous colourways. Okay, she sent me Ode to Fall. This is. Isn't that gorgeous? I just want to let you feast your eyes without moving it too much. I'm trying to get the right colours. Let me turn it that way again. There. It's looking pretty true to colour, and it's gorgeous. And this is her waltz worsted. And then, because she knows I'm into the autumnal colours right now, as much as I love pink as well, this October is just, to me, it's orange. It's on an orange month. Everything should be mixtures of orange and fall colours. So she sent me pumpkin patch, and it's a two-stripe. Two-stripe. This is her waltz worsted as well. And then she sent me it in the fingering. And this is her twist sock. It's so soft, and just like the Girls Just Want to Have Fun colourway, which is two-stripe as well, I want to knit them like yesterday so I can see the stripes. I just can't wait to see the stripes. So there's the difference. These two are the pumpkin patch and the Ode to Fall. What I love about this is it kind of reminds me of not just the earthy browns and the pumpkin patch. This is kind of like apple picking as well, with the, you know, the pinky orange colours there. I get the idea, you know, lots of leaves, but not just pumpkins and dry leaves and crispy, lovely golden leaves. I just think of apple picking and apple pies and lots of things like that. So those are my yarn goodies, which I just can't stop fondling. And I know as knitters you don't think that's strange. We do just like to pet our yarn. And I've got a couple of more things in this. I fetched out. I got some more waxes. These are from Walmart. I always just pick them up when I'm there. $2 for these 6-packs. This smells so Christmassy. Oh, I love it. Now, if you like Kristen, she smells that and she thinks of floors, clean floors, with a pine smell, which I don't know why, because I don't use pine sol or anything to clean my floors with, so I don't know why she keeps thinking of that. I don't. I smell the trees and pine trees. I also got this one. Chestnuts. It smells gorgeous. I'm not very good at explaining smells. I just know they smell gorgeous. So I got those two because, you know, fall, I'm going to blink and it'll be gone. And I'll just, on dull days, on grey days, I just want to have these kind of smells coming into the house. When it's a day like this, I picked up one of my favourites. I gotta keep smelling them. Oh my gosh. I've got this in candle form. I got 2 small ones. I've had a large one. This is Better Homes, and it is cranberry mandarin, and it's just absolutely amazing. And this is because of the orange, the freshness and the citrusy. It just suits this kind of day where it's not, you know, it's orange leaves and everything outside, but it's bright, shiny sunshine. So I usually have that smell going around on a nice sunny day like this. On the days when we're going to get some clouds, I'm going to start having those ones. Not the pine and the fir one yet. What's it called? Pine what? Oh yeah, pine cones. Not that one yet, because that's really Christmassy. And there is another Not My Dog. And my dog, look at my sweet dog. She's not even barking. Wait. If you can see her. There she is. Look at her. Why is this wobbling? Sorry. And she's not even fazed by that dog barking. She's such a good girl. You're such a good girl, Bindi. That's amazing. That's kind of amazing that she's not barking. Anyway, let's see what else I've got to chat about. I hope you're not too bored, because I haven't got like things to show you, although I did show you some fabulous yarn then. Let's see. Okay, a quickly book talk. I did get the book for this month's book club read for the neighbourhood. I ordered it off Amazon. It was about $8. It's a used one, and I haven't started it yet. So, but it's only about 230 pages, and I'm going to divide it up and make sure that I can get the amount of pages I need read before the meeting, because it'll probably only be about 3 weeks away already, or even, no, it should be 3 probably, not 2, although here we are in the middle of October already. Tomorrow is my oldest sister's birthday. She turns 64, I think. It's just crazy. No, she's probably 65, because I'll be turning 51, and she was 14 when I was born. But I'm sure it's probably 3 weeks by the time we have the meeting the following, you know, the first week in November. So I've got to get organised, read a little bit of that every day. I did pick up Patterns in the Sand. I have got to read that book before I send it back to the library. And the other thing I mentioned quite a while ago, a few weeks I should say, is Skipping Christmas. I plan on reading that again. I will make the time, because it's a fun read, and if you haven't read it, I was going to kind of encourage you to get the book out of the library. It's just a small one, not a very long read, and it's funny. And I did think of starting that December 1st, but I always feel I feel Christmassy a lot sooner than December 1st. So I am thinking sometime in November I might start reading it, or at the latest just after Thanksgiving. But we'll see. I'll just keep you posted on that. And I'm getting itchy. I don't know what's on my face, but I'm feeling itchy. Okay, so not much of book talk, but what are you reading? Because we're not having a read along right now, so I'm sure you guys that are reading have other things open at the minute. Let me know what you're reading, you know. Chat with me, go in the Ravelry group, especially in the threads, and just talk back to me, because I can't hear you on the camera, so you have to type and I have to read you. So you can let me know what you're reading or what you've been doing, how you're feeling. Are you feeling fallish? Are you looking forward to Christmas? Is it too soon to even talk about it for you? You know me, I've been talking about it since August, I think. Okay, let's get on. Girly chatter. Ooh, I've been so looking forward to chatting about this. So, I'm going to go back to, I've got my crumbs off the Kit Kat on here, Spotty Dick. I'm not going to go into why we call it Spotty Dick. You can Google it. I will tell you, and I'm saying spotty because we do for short call it Spotty Dick. Obviously the spots are the currants or raisins that are in the pudding. I did Google and try to find out why they called it Dick. There's quite a few different reasons. One of the ones I remember, it's getting a bit breezy here as you can see, one of the things I remembered was somebody said the pudding could have been shortened or started sounding like puddink, and then that could have sounded or changed to puddick, and then of course shortened and just said Dick. You know, if you want to know exactly, go searching and do a little bit of Sherlock Holmes-y investigating for yourself. What I wanted to tell you was, because I have that. It's a dessert, and we have Spotty Dick. It's a steamed pudding. We make puddings with suet, which is can be an animal fat or it can be a vegetable fat if you obviously want to be vegetarian. And where I started looking at is not so much the origins of our puddings, but all of the different kinds of puddings. And I went online this morning and I remembered something I did years ago when I lived in Bury St Edmunds. We went to a local pub one night with work friends, and it was their weekly pudding club. And so I googled that, or I searched that this morning, and you can go check out, I'm going to show you it, puddingclub.com. There is a website, and there is pudding clubs in England where you literally go to a pub. So if they have a club, I'm putting pudding. I should have had this up already, but I didn't. They have meetings and clubs. The Pudding Club, and I found one's the puddingclub.com, and it's hosted at the Three Weirs House Hotel. It's in the Cotswolds in England, and this is their website. And oh my gosh, I've got to start reading about all of these yummy puddings. So there's Pudding Club meetings. If you stay at this hotel, you can stay in a Pudding Club bedroom. You've got to see this. I have to show you this. Michelle, to die for. You will just die. So here's one of the rooms. Oh, hopefully they'll load. Oh, come on. So at this hotel, you can pick a Pudding Club room. And here is the Spotty Dick and Custard bedroom. Isn't that just... Oh, I think it's just so funny. And let's see what else there is. What was this one? The... let's see. Not that one. Oh, summer pudding. Which, you know, I'll not go into all of what they are. If you can check out the Pudding Club website and then read about different kinds of English puddings. Summer pudding is full of summer fruits, obviously, like blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. Wasp, go away. And so this is the room. Isn't that just beautiful? So you could stay in that room, or here's one. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I wanted to make it larger, it's not doing it. The Sticky Toffee Pudding Room. I love sticky. I was going to say I love Stiffy talking pudding. Sorry. Sorry about that. And you know, there's an ant running along the top of my camera, if you can believe that. I'm sorry, not Stiffy Tockee pudding. Sticky Toffee pudding. And then you have the chocolate pudding room. These are all in a hotel in England. I might have to go there when I visit next year. So it's got me thinking of, oh, I have to make my own pudding now. We are going to make Christmas pudding, of course, but the Spotty Dick pudding, you know, you can get, obviously they're in tins, you can microwave them now, you can get them in little plastic pots that are microwavable. But I'm going to have to look for recipes, real recipes, and do either try my own Spotty Dick after I've eaten this one, or the sticky toffee pudding, or treacle. We used to do the treacle pudding, that was a really nice one. A pudding club, lots of pubs, if they have a club at a certain pub, this hair, and the camera's going to cut off in a minute, so here we go with the craziness at the end. You can go to a pub and they will do clubs where you get to taste certain puddings. I think they might have 7 each week, different ones. There's a book, you can go to Amazon and find a pudding book, and there was 140 recipes, British pudding recipes. So you can get to taste 7 puddings. This is what we did in this pub one night. And you all vote on which one you like that night. It was just amazing. And what I also wanted to say before this cut off, when you talk about a pudding here in the US, This is a pudding. This one is a snack pack. It's a certain brand. This is not even refrigerated. But it is in England, if I explain a pudding here, a chocolate pudding, this one, it's kind of like a cold custard. Chocolate flavour, vanilla flavour. So it's not like Angel Delight, because it's not that airy, like a mousse. It is more like a custard. It's dense, it's creamy, and it's cold because it's just served like that. They are yummy, but that's not a pudding. So you imagine when I came over here a few years ago, a pudding, you know, I was a bit confused. So I know this is going to cut off, and you know what? Maybe I'll have on my birthday list a new camera to do video recording. I don't know. I was going to go into shop update, but there's nothing to show because I'm now working on some custom orders and things like that before I get the update done again. So nothing really to show. I do have some fun new fabrics I want to play with, but I'm going to leave that. It's still flashing and beep. The red light's still going, so I think I'm still recording. So that brings me to the end, and I'm sorry that was a little rushed, but I just don't want to have to stop and start, go charge this up and you know, start it again later. It's afternoon already, it's well after 12, and I want to get this edited and posted for hopefully by this evening. So I will say, you know, sorry that was all rushed at the end there, but I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the little walk that I took this morning. I'm going to go in and heat my coffee and I'll edit. Yes, Marliesha, there's just this one bit. I'll heat my coffee up and drink that while I'm editing. I'll wish you all a fabulous week. I hope it is a wonderful one, and I hope you come back next week. And if we're lucky, you can join me on the knitting porch. Bye guys.